This segment of Panther Sports Talk is brought to you by CFU, the power of service.
A popular phrase among college coaches is that you never want to be on the bubble and leave it up to the committee to decide if you're in or if you're left out. So what does it take to get into the FCS playoffs? UNI Athletic Director Troy Dannen is a member of the FCS Playoff Committee, and he had some unique insight into the selection process.
We have a conference call. We've had 3 through the first 4 weeks of the season. We will have, starting the second week in October, we will have conference calls every week, really 2 a week, once with our regional representatives and then once as a national committee. And then we basically vote each week. The committee, we get all the input from around the country, and then we'll do our own top 25, and the top 16 of which would be the qualifiers outside of the automatic leagues. It's really it comes down to number of wins, and it comes down to number of Division I wins. And an FBS win helps you, but in our case last year, it doesn't help when you finish 7th in your conference. Those FBS wins don't make a difference. Those FBS wins may tilt at the end of the day over an FCS win, but frankly, last year a lot of the FBS wins were over Georgia State, who was a team that wasn't as good as half the teams in the Missouri Valley, so sometimes you even question those wins. But it's that number of wins, that number of Division I wins you get in an 8 in a 12-game year, 7 in a 11-game year are really the absolute minimums. Now, by rule, 6 gets you considered, but it's going to be hard when you get down below 7 or 8 to really be on the table. But you need to be playing well at the end of the year. You need to be showing in the polls and in the committee ratings that you're moving up. Maybe 10th last week, and then 9th, and then 8th, and trending in the right direction. You know, for us this year, the meat of our conference schedule is in the month of November. So we will have a chance to make a lot of hay. We'll have a chance to elevate ourselves very high in the committee, or we're going to have to explain. You know, if we don't have a good run in November, I will be explaining, because while I don't get a vote for Northern Iowa, because I am the Valley rep, I will speak about Northern Iowa. I'll try to watch at least a quarter. At this point in the season, I'm watching at least a quarter of every team in the top 25. And as we get later in the year, I'll try to watch the last 3 weeks. I'll try to watch a full game of those last maybe 10 teams that I think are on the bubble. And I think at that point, then I'll have a pretty good handle on seeding, just from the input from the regional reps. But I want to use my own eye test on those last 4 teams in the field. And I think going into it, I think most of us know 20 of the 24 schools that are going to be in, and the bulk of our time is on those last 4 schools, and then seeding. We spend a lot of time on seeding, and place a value, a real high value on who you beat when it comes to the seeding process. When it comes to scheduling, when it comes to what are the things the committee is looking for. And I think those things change from committee to committee, but some things will remain consistent. And one of those things always, we need to win 7 games, 7 Division I games. We really need to win 8. We really pushed this year to get an 8th, ensure ourselves of an 8th win by getting that 12th game. I didn't want to go into a room 7-4 when I know the difference between 7-4 and 8-4. And so I think just that committee experience is one of the reasons we pushed as hard as we pushed to get that last game.
The UNI football team needs your continued support this season, and we will expect to see you in the Dome next Saturday as the Panthers face MVFC opponent South Dakota State in a very important game.